So, hi everybody. Welcome to this new moon magic session, which is going to be a guided new moon ritual. And it is June 2023, and we are in the new moon of Gemini. So I will give you a little bit of info about this particular new moon, but I will say that my astrology is not my area of expertise. So if you are new to all the moon stuff, then you will perhaps learn a little bit today. But if you are an expert and know tons more than me, that's okay as well, because you can apply all of that into what we're going to do. The new moon is, I really feel like always get excited about the new moon energy, because it is all about looking to the future, setting intentions, and the way that I like to use trance and hypnosis in my new moon rituals now means that we can kind of incorporate the whole of the unconscious mind into where we want to go, what we want to move forward into. And there is also almost always in a new moon ritual an element of letting go, release of what is kind of holding you back from this moving forward. And so we will be incorporating that into the trance journey today. And then a really important part of at the end of what we're going to do is around the intention setting. And the way that this might be a little bit different to other new moon ceremonies or new moon rituals is that I really like to get crystal clear on the action steps that we are going to take. Some small action steps that can just start that forward motion into where we want to go in our lives. And very often I find that, we can set an intention about something. Let's say, I want to get a new job and my intention is I'm open to new possibilities. That's great. But what does it actually mean? What does that, what is happening there? How is that going to filter into your day-to-day life? So I want us to end tonight having something really clear in our head, as well as a kind of openness to possibility, openness to new things, but also having something concrete that we can kind of anchor that into. So as I've said, you don't need anything at all. If you have a notebook or something nearby, you might want to do that after we finish tonight. Just jot down what's come to you. Sometimes fresh straight after the hypnosis journey is a really nice time to do that. We are, it is evening now. We've already talked about maybe just going straight to bed or starting a bedtime routine after this, wind down. If you are watching this back at a different time of day, that's okay. But when we go straight to sleep after we have been in hypnosis, in trance, our unconscious mind carries on running in these patterns. So if you have even just touched on a thought at some point during tonight's ceremony, your brain is going to keep on rolling with that while you sleep. And even if you're listening to this in the morning or watching in the morning, it will still be happening behind the scenes without you even knowing. So this is very much the beginning point. It is not all contained within the next 30 minutes or so. So we are, and the Gemini new moon. So Gemini is the first air sign of the zodiac. Gemini energy is often talked about as being quite lively and energetic, social, and often bubbling with lots of different ideas, and sometimes kind of a bit of indecision about those. And this new moon ceremony, what I want you to kind of hold in mind is around ideas and thoughts and creativity, because we are in this air sign. and this kind of shift in where we're going with that. So we will start by, I want you to think of, before we even go into any kind of trance state, I want you to think of, and this is the letting go, the first part of this ritual. But first, I want you to think of an idea or a mindset, a thought that you have been having, you notice has been coming up to you, that you know is not serving you, is not helpful for you in your life. And it may be that you're seeing an action that you keep doing, but it's the thought that's driving that action that is behind it. And in this kind of dual energy of Gemini, what I want for you tonight is to be able to start to see this thing that you have been holding in your mind, this thought or idea, from a new angle, from a different point of view, perhaps. And in a moment, when we begin this journey, we're going to move into a space where you're viewing from a new angle, from a new mindset, and moving into that space, that energy that is created as you release and let go of that which is no longer serving you. So just make sure you're sitting kind of evenly. If you've got your feet on the ground, then have them both on the ground, or if your legs are crossed or on a bed, just kind of make sure that you're quite balanced. And just rub your hands together so you can feel a little warmth. And when you're ready, place them on your lap, your palms up. And let's start by just taking a few nice deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling twice as long. And again, inhaling through the nose and exhaling twice as long. And whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. And with each exhale, just allow a new part of your body to soften and relax. Perhaps your shoulders, feet, your jaw. And now focus your attention on your right palm. Imagine that in your right palm you are holding all of energy. And it may be that you feel that energy as heat, perhaps light, or even a subtle vibration. Just feel that energy there in your right palm. And as you feel that there, notice that energy, even though the core of it is there in your palm, you can feel it's spreading out to all the parts of your body nearby. Now allow that energy to move up and into your right elbow crease. And just sense it there, the light or the heat or the vibration, however you're imagining energy. That's right. Now notice it moving up to your right shoulder. And all the places that it's traveled, it leaves behind this subtle flow of energy. Feel it moving across now to your left shoulder. And then down to your left elbow crease. And then into your left palm. and back into your right palm. And as this ball of energy has moved around your body, just notice that thought or mindset that you had been having is just feeling a little more distant now, a little more clear, unclear. Now notice that energy moving again into your right elbow, right shoulder, left shoulder, left elbow, left palm, right palm. Now as that energy is looped for a second time around your body, just notice what your body is soaked up from this new energy, this positive energy moving around, creating space and openness for this shift in mindset that you are welcoming in as you release those old thoughts and ideas that have been holding you back and make space for all the good new ones ready to come in. And now feel that energy moving around again. Right elbow, right shoulder, left shoulder, left elbow, left palm, right elbow, right shoulder, left elbow, left palm, right palm. Now feel again this beautiful spaciousness that you've created by allowing yourself time and space for new thoughts, new mindset to come into your life. And now that you're in this place of seeing things differently, viewing from a different angle, we're going to ask some questions to ourselves. And whatever comes up, just allow that new knowledge just to sink in and greet it with acceptance. Your unconscious mind has access to so many different pieces of information, ways to make sense, ways to make meaning. We often talk about thinking, feeling our response to things. We know that there are actually neurons in the gut. So we're going to ask yourself now, what does my gut know about this new perspective? What does my belly know? And you may even like to put one hand on your belly as you ask this of yourself. And now take your hand and place it on your heart and ask yourself, what does my heart know about this new perspective that I am making space for? That's right. And now you can ask yourself, what does my head know, my brain? What does my head know about this new perspective that I have made space for? And with this new wisdom, this new insight from your belly, your heart, your head. We are going to journey even deeper now to meet your wise, unconscious part of you that holds so much wisdom and knows so many answers. So imagine yourself now standing at the top of the most beautiful staircase you've ever seen. Just take a moment to notice how gorgeous it looks. As perhaps you drape one hand across the banister. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And when we get to 0, we will reach the bottom of these stairs. So 1, take your first step. 10, take your first step down. Taking in the beauty and peace this place is giving you. 9, another step into knowing, into understanding. 8, 7, thinking deeper and further into yourself, into this place of safety and understanding. 6, 5, more steps down, and just notice how calm you feel in this space. 5, 4, 3. Thinking deeper. 2, few steps. 1, 0. And now you find yourself standing before a beautiful door. And you notice that around the very edges of the door, peeping underneath, is this light, this glow. And you don't know yet what it's going to look like behind this door, but you know that the moment you step through, you are going to feel enveloped in care and peace. Take one step closer to the door and place your hand on the handle of this beautiful door. Already feels exciting. And in a moment, but not quite yet, in a moment as you step through this door, on the other side, you're going to meet your wise advocate. This part of yourself that knows and wants only the best for you. And some people see this as a person, and people see it as an object, an animal, or maybe just sense it as part of themselves. However your wise advocate appears to you is perfect. So now, whenever you're ready, just push the door and take a step into this beautiful space. And as you step in and you look around, notice how it is that you are sensing your wise advocate. Are they part of you, an animal, feeling, something magical, person? That's right. And now, as you've had a moment to get your bearings and look around, ask your wise advocate to show you all the possibilities are now available to you. Now you have had this mindset shift, opened your mind to new possibilities and a new perspective. And as you're enjoying this connection with your wise advocate, just notice that this space that you're in, whatever it looks like, seems to have so many different paths and routes, paths of possibility leading in different directions, leading in different ways. And allow your wise advocate to guide you around this space. And in this moment, you're not going down any path. You're just noticing all the opportunity, all the possibility is available to you. And as your wise advocate shows you these different paths, see if you can tune into what's happening in your body. Which one feels safe and comforting? Which possibility for you feels exciting? Which one feels it's piqued your curiosity and you want to know more? And as you tune in, all these new possibilities that have opened up for you, just know that you can come back to this place, this precipice, all the options available to you at any point. All of these paths that you see leading off in different directions, they all have the potential to come back here, to cross over with other paths. Not one single one of them is a dead end, just going one way. You can explore any and all of these options available to you. But tonight, in this moment, ask your wise advocate if they have any guidance or wisdom for you about where you might journey first. And when you've done that, I'm going to ask one more question of your wise advocate. What is the next smallest step that you will take towards exploring one of these possibilities? Some tiny action step that you could do tomorrow that creates no resistance at all when they share with you. That's right. And when you know, just remember that you can come back to this point, you can come back to this space to connect with this part of your mind at any point. And in a moment, we're going to leave this beautiful space, knowing we can come back whenever you want. So So now you can say goodbye for now to your wise advocate and make your way back through that door and back up those stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as you look back behind you, and you think to that next action step that your wise advocate suggested for you, ask yourself now, what will be the next step after that? And when that's done, because the next smallest step should always be something so easy that there's no mental resistance at all. And if there is, the step's too big, make it smaller. So next, when that's done, what is the third smallest step that you will take? So easy. So small. We're going to do it in the next few days. And now you know the next 3 steps. And you have opened up your heart, your eyes, your mind, all these new possibilities. All of them are available to you. It's just choosing which one you're going to explore first. So now take a beautiful deep breath in through your nose. And exhale twice as long. And you may notice that as you land back into your body, you might notice yourself begin to stretch a little. You can invite some gentle movement into your wrists, your fingers, your ankles. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you had some really beautiful insights there into what it is that you have shifted through and let go of, and what it is that you needed to learn and know about that from your head, your heart, and your gut. And if you want to write any of those things down straight after, is a great time to do that. And then I know we focused in on one of those parts of possibility, and you have some action steps that I just know you are going to be getting on with and doing in the next few days, week. But if you want to, I suggest writing down some of the other ideas that came to you when you were in that space of possibility, of like opening up to different ideas. We don't have to follow every single thought or idea that comes to us, but I think it's so valuable to have some record of them. You don't have to, but so they are kind of there, they are anchored in a little further. You can always come back to them, or you can just know that you are an amazing, beautiful soul and mind who has millions of ideas. Don't have to follow them all, but there are always more, and you can always access more of them. Thank you so, so much for coming along tonight. I am so, so grateful to have you here. I hope you have a lovely, restful evening and rest of your, well, it's Sunday night, so if you're live, I hope you have a lovely rest of your next week. And yeah, thank you so much. If you want to message me about any insights you had, I always love to hear them, or share anything about this on Instagram at Tori Louise Coaching. I'm super grateful. But thank you so much for being here. Night, night, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.